Hey guys, right before we get started with this video, just wanted to remind you that if you wanted to find out exactly what Bitcoin's going to do on a more macroeconomic scale, and I'm talking about 3 to 6 months in advance, you're going to want to watch the previous video that I made on Bitcoin. Over there, I get into a deep dive on what to expect on a more macro level, which is sort of different from the usual style of video that I do, so make sure you check it out before you watch this video. It's a highly recommended video. Welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video, we are going to do a pretty quick update on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you want to find out exactly which levels that I'm going to be paying attention to for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, then you're going to want to watch this video to the end. Now, right before we get into it, right, I've had a few comments on my last video asking me if anybody who watched my videos got liquidated. And honestly, I don't understand your question. While in the last video, I said that if Bitcoin were to get to any of these order blocks that I'm marking out right now, it would be a very good place to start buying Bitcoin over there. But the distinction that you're going to want to make is that I didn't say to go short on Bitcoin. I wasn't saying that Bitcoin would absolutely go there. So this is just a word of advice to whoever is watching my videos. Unless I explicitly state, if it falls below this level, you can go for a short. Unless I explicitly say that, I'm not asking you guys to short, right? Just like how, if I say there is a bearish order block over here, I'm not saying that the price is going to go up there and maybe I'll tell you to go long, right? Note that I don't say to go long, right? I'm just saying that if we were to go up, this is an area that you're going to want to watch for a rejection. But anyways, I'm sorry for that little rant. If you watched that last video, you would have known that, this bullish order block held like perfectly, right? Again, this just goes to show you how well order blocks work as a concept. Like, look at this. Price came into the order block and then bounced, right? That's the power of order blocks. And normal people will not be able to, like, normal people, when they look at this, they're just going to be really confused. But, the people in this channel, we know exactly what's going on. So just a quick little update for Bitcoin. What's next? Are we still going to go pump, or are we, going to retrace and fill in some liquidity and fill in, most importantly, fill in this gap that's left behind by this, this massive pump here, which is at the moment causing, it just left a, a big gaping hole of inefficiency. And if you don't know what's an inefficiency, in layman's terms, this would be the CME futures gap. Usually inefficiencies tend to get filled. For example, here you have a very inefficient block of price action. This would be the better example, right? As the price dump, right? If you solely, if you ignore everything else, right? As long as the price dumps like this, right? Notice how there is a lack of price action in between these two levels, right? In this block right here, there's a lack of price action, especially this block right here. So what the price does is it goes and fill the inefficiencies. So usually, right? Usually speaking, inefficiencies tend to get filled. Right, usually. Am I saying it's going to happen? Not exactly, but is there a chance that it will happen? Yeah, of course, right? There's no certainties in trading. Trading is, as I like to say it, the way you become successful at trading is by taking the higher probability trade, every time. And over time, by taking the higher probability trade, you're going to be successful. So, there is a higher probability that at least this inefficiency is going to get filled. But am I saying it's going to happen? Not exactly. But if you do get that, right? I've been saying this for weeks now. I am bullish on Bitcoin. All right, I've been calling Bitcoin was bullish since around here. For those of you who watch my videos, congratulations. You would have seen this coming, right? I was warning you guys not to go short. And even in the last couple of videos, I still wasn't saying to go short, right? Because when you are bullish on an institutional standpoint, you look to buy the pullbacks, right? You're not trying to short things. At the moment, that still holds, right? We are still looking to buy. And if you do get Bitcoin at 35k, right, that is going to be a brilliant buy. Like, just take a look, right? If we just take a look at the VPVR on the side, you can see that, again, this massive gap here left a gap in the volume as well. So if the price were to get to 35k, right, look at how much support is over here. And why do you think there's support? Because this is an institutional area of value. Institutions are going to be looking to buy around here. So if you do get a 35k Bitcoin, that is a massive go sign for me, at least personally. And the other area that you're going to want to watch for is about 36.4k. So the rationale behind this level would be that it traditionally has been pretty strong support, right? Resistance over here, you've got resistance over here, you've got resistance over here, support here. You get the point. right? Even though we're trading with an institutional mindset, we can still use support and resistance. So honestly, if you ask me, these would be the two levels that I'd be looking to get Bitcoin at, right? 36.4k and 35k. However, at this channel, we are again grand strategists. We do not be overly biased towards any given direction. All the info that I've given you so far is an assumption that price is going to go through a pullback or a retracement to those levels. But what if we are bullish, right? At the moment, we're still forming high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. Assuming that we bounce here, then this would still be a higher low. So in the bullish direction, honestly speaking, I can't say that I'm still incredibly bullish on Bitcoin. However, in the bullish direction, before I even get into the bullish direction, I just want you to take a look at this, right? Remember how I said about this inefficiency right here that needs to be filled? Well, if you just take a look here, between the level of like about, what, 46k-ish, till you know, previously it was like this, right? Notice how there is a massive gap over here. And basically what this means is that if Bitcoin were to start pumping, right, if it were to continue to be bullish, expect Bitcoin to go to at least 46k to about 48k, right? 48k over here is what you have a daily order block, right? This is a daily bearish order block. So let me just mark that down real quick. If we do get to around this area, look for a rejection here. Now again, this goes to again, right? Just because I say expect a rejection here doesn't mean go long here and the price is automatically going to come here. Okay, there's nothing absolute in trading, and especially when I'm not giving explicit statements to, hey, go long here, go short here. In fact, just so we're not confused on anything here, I am not a financial advisor. I do not have the certifications nor the qualifications to give financial advice. So all of this is just my personal opinion on where I'm expecting a probability, right? A higher probability of the price to have a rejection or to find support at. That's all it is. So assuming that Bitcoin is going to try to reach for this level right here, let's discuss the bullish scenario. Now, for the bullish scenario, we are going to want to draw this rising wedge pattern. And if you know anything about technical analysis patterns, you know that rising wedges have a 68% chance of falling to the downside and 32% chance of going to the upside. In the event that it does go to the upside, it is a pretty parabolic move. If we do, right, the bullish scenario would be for us to break back into the rising wedge and then break out of the rising wedge. I would assume the level, right, let's assume that the level is about 42.5k. If we do break above 42.5k, I do expect us to go straight to 46k, maybe 48k. So that would be the bullish scenario. However, you know, the odds are, right, the odds are that we are currently about to go through a pullback, right? The odds are either that or we are just going to bounce from here, because if you just take a look at the volume profile, you can see that we are at a zone of high volume, which means that, you know, if the price is able to break above this high volume node, then there's a very good chance that we are going to target 46k to 48k. However, I'm just giving you guys the probabilities here. We just broke below the rising wedge, so chances are I am expecting a pullback. As for where I'm planning to get Bitcoin, that will be about 36.4k and 35k. Now, if you've enjoyed this video so far, it would help me immensely if you could just drop a like button. It's a small gesture, but it really helps a lot. Now, we discuss Ethereum. So if we just take a look at the Ethereum and Bitcoin chart, you can see that Ethereum recently just got rejected at this resistance, like, you know, against the Bitcoin. So chances are, right, that Ethereum is going to go for a slight little pullback as well. And based on the Ethereum BTC chart, you're going to want to look for a slight pullback, right? Just a slight one by about, what, 2%, right? This would be the next area of high support from the VPVR indicator. But honestly speaking, if we go back onto the USDT chart, I am expecting a pullback to about 2350. Now, just because I'm expecting it doesn't mean that I'm saying that it will go back there, okay? Again, we will discuss the bullish scenario as well for Ethereum, but this is just a scenario that, like, I'm just saying, right, if the price were to get here, right, to 2350, then this would be a very good price to buy. In fact, I might even raise that just a tiny bit to about 2365-ish. Now, am I saying the price is going to get there? Not exactly, but if the price were to get there, that would be a very, very good place to buy. Personally, this would be the level where I would start to pick up Ethereum. Now, as for the lower, you know, the lower levels to pick up Ethereum at, I'm going to personally start looking for order blocks that have not been filled. But if we were to take those order blocks into consideration, they would actually bring Ethereum like pretty low, right? I'm talking like 2050. Now, is the price going to get there? No, not, it's probably not going to be likely. So for now, let's just play the support and resistances. Now, is Ethereum, likely to have a pullback? I would think so, because at the moment, we're still respecting this trend line. We have not broken below this trend line, but again, this is a rising wedge. Usually they have a 68% chance of retracing, but if it does break to the upside, right? If we just go onto the daily chart for Ethereum, you can see that technically, right, if we just ignore everything else that happens in between these two levels and we just draw this line right here, you can see that Ethereum, right, has simply been ranging between these two levels, right? If you can see this, these two levels right here is the range, and this is the range high, this is the range low. Now, if Ethereum were to remain bullish, I honestly see Ethereum going to break above 28, about 2900, right? And let me explain why. So I want to pull your attention to the weekly chart on Ethereum, and I want you to just take a look at these 3 weekly highs here. Do you agree that these weekly highs tend to look pretty similar in terms of the level, right? If I were to draw a little box here, right, it would be pretty, it's pretty much equal highs. And whenever I see this, right, it's always an indication that institutions are very likely to push the price there. Because what happens when you have equal lows or equal highs, for example, the next equal low area over here would be like right down here, right? These are pretty equal lows. Now, what happens when we have equal lows and equal highs is that people, especially retail, they're going to be thinking, hey, this area is, it's support, right? Price came down to this exact area and it found support 3 times, which means we buy at support and we short at resistance. So that's what retail is going to be thinking. And imagine if you were retail, right? If you do go long on, let's say, this level right here, where would be your stop loss? I would assume right below. And if you were to go short here, like presumably at this level, where would your stop loss be? Presumably, I would set it right above. So the institutions know that, and that's why I call this like the next areas of liquidity. Right, institutions love to stop at the liquidity in the markets, right? They're always pushing price in between the areas of liquidity. So at the moment, the next, the 2 nearest areas of liquidity that is of our interest is over here and over here. Now, is the price going to dump straight down to 1700? No, that is a long way away, which is why I say in the bullish case, Ethereum will reach towards this area at about 2900, right? Just to stop out all the liquidity before either breaking upwards or going downwards and filling in all the inefficiencies. So in this case, if you were bearish on Ethereum and you would want to get Ethereum at a cheaper price, the ideal scenario for you to go through is for Ethereum to stop out the liquidity and then start dumping, right? What you're going to want to look for is perhaps on the daily chart or the 4-hourly chart, what you want to look for, right, in order to start shorting is a break of structure. So what do I mean by that? So if we just come back to, this point in time right here, notice how we had high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, like equal lows, and then a, sort of a lower high. And then during the next move down, notice how at this point right here, we broke market structure and we started forming a lower low. So this is what you call a break of market structure. What you're going to want to look for Ethereum, again, is in the bullish direction, right? You're going to want to see institutions go stop out all the liquidity right above this level. And then let's say, right, do something like this, right? Break market structure, that's going to be your signal to short. That means that institutions are about to come back down to stop out all the, to fill in the inefficiencies before ultimately bouncing on an order block. So am I saying that the price of Ethereum is going to come up here and then go all the way back down to 1700? Honestly, it's still too early to tell right now, but it doesn't change the fact that I will be looking to, I'll just play the order blocks, if you know what I mean, right? For Ethereum, we have a bullish order block over here. So perhaps your first entry for Ethereum could be at 2480. And you can see that, right? In order blocks, you can see that there is a spike of volume, right? It just goes to show you that this stuff works. So again, my levels for Ethereum going to be about 2480, about 2370, and about, 2200. And at the lowest case, right, the worst case scenario, I would probably be looking to get Ethereum at about 2050. But am I saying that the price is going to get there? No, not exactly. But if it gets there, right, these will all be good areas to get Ethereum at. And again, this is not financial advice. This is just what I would personally do. And I just wanted to say that if you've been watching my videos and, you're just surprised at how I'm able to be so accurate most of the time, and maybe you want to learn how to do this for yourself, well, you're going to want to check out the private Discord group, yeah? Over here, you're going to get access to everything that I have learned in my life. Basically, everything that I know, I'm laying it out all here. So if you're serious about, doing this trading thing or maybe this crypto thing for a career, then you're going to want to check out the private Discord group. Over here, you're going to learn all the things that work and discard 90% of the things that don't work. In addition to that, you're going to get access to daily profitable trading setups where we have had so many people make some absurd gains, and there have been a lot of people in this Discord group that have already paid off their membership in just a couple of trades. So right now, the monthly subscription is already closed for the next 3 to 4 weeks. So right now, if you want to sign up, just head to the link in the description and I'll see you in the Discord group. And just a extra bit of information, if we go onto the Bitcoin chart again on the 4 hourly, you can see that we have already formed a swing low here, right? All it needs to be considered as a swing low is for this candle, right, the bottom of this candle to be shorter than the 2 candles next to it. So this is technically our swing low, which means you're going to want to watch for this level at 39,250. If the price were to break below 39,250, I do see a pretty good chance that we are going to retrace just a little bit, maybe go back to 36.4, maybe go back to 35k, maybe we stop somewhere about here at 37.7. Again, this is just going to be an extra area of value that you're going to want to watch out for. However, personally, I would look for 36.5k, but if you get it at let's just remove this level. I would personally look to get Bitcoin at these 2 levels. Now, what you're going to want to do again is dollar cost average, right? You don't want to go enter full position in just one level. And if any of you are still here, man, thank you guys so much. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys always watching to the end of my videos. And if you've been wondering why I was away yesterday, I actually fell sick, right? I felt really sick. I had a very high fever and I was having a headache, I was having body aches. So I'm sorry if I didn't post a video yesterday, but for those of you who are still here, just thank you, right? Thank you guys. I'm about to hit 10k soon, and to those of you who have been with me from the start of my journey, I remember you guys. I've seen some of you guys in the comment section a lot, and trust me when I say I remember you. So man, if you watch until this point so far, comment down in the comment section love, because honestly, I love you guys. I know it sounds cheesy, but I can't do this without you guys. So really highly appreciative of you guys' support. So thank you guys. Now again, if you're interested to take your trading game to the next level, check out the private Discord group. But otherwise, I'll continue to keep posting stuff on YouTube for absolutely free. And with that said, my friend, may the gains be with you, and peace.